squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Ohio State. Give to the big fullback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the ground with the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? Having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. You didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if you can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They'll send the back in motion. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Power football with the run. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
He uncorks one deep. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pitch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Here's a heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to...
Turning it on! Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Sticks it in his belly. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Well, this defense has to know that this fullback is not just a blocker. He's a guy that can carry the football as well. He went ahead and got that first down.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Beck's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Snagged in the middle. It's Smith. Oh, the speed, the acceleration, the elusiveness, and he's down to the 43.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
And stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Oh, they're after him. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
We talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
The Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Sends it back in motion. Give to the fullback. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that...
And into the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Smith. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the...
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Going right to work up top. Looking deep. Makes the catch at the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is up.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Buckeyes look to keep this drive humming. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. Tries again to get it in. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. Step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell.
They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. The offense changing the play. To throw, it's St. Clair. Makes the grab. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
If It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Smith. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
The Buckeyes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Toss sweep to the left. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the big fullback. Powers through the defender. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
And the Buckeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Flips it out to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Makes the grab on the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Got it in the middle. It's Porter. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw at St. Clair. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get them on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's got it, 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. And the Buckeyes will have it 1st and 10. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's St. Clair. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He's got it for a big play. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it on the run. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's
touchdown, Ohio State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in Week 3.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute it and put it together on the field.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.